Hello everybody, welcome back to Ball Street and a co-op fueled final preview. Not the final we wanted, but don't worry about it. And we've got one final deal for you guys from Co-op for this final big match preview, the biggest match in world football. And it's 3 for 2 on selected summer sharers, lads. Adam not messing about, he's getting straight
idea,
there. So all of these are there for you to have. Also got Co-op brand ales as well, which you could tuck into. As I said, 3 for 2. Make sure you drink responsibly whilst you're doing that, as I am doing right now. But that is there for you to enjoy. So we go into this World Cup final. It's the third all-European final out of the last 4 World Cups. Croatia, the 13th ever team to get into a World Cup final against France, who are now in their third since 1998. But the World Cup as a whole has been, it's been emotional for all of us.
It has.
But on a wider level, what are your thoughts on the World Cup? What do we take from it?
I've loved every single minute of it. But some preconceptions about what was going to go on in Russia.
Every single minute?
Yeah, I was thinking there was a few in the last game.
Okay, maybe towards the end, but I've really enjoyed it. From an England fan's perspective, there's been so many explosion moments that I haven't had in...
I like that, that's a good new phrase.
I haven't had them before, not for quite a while, so I've really enjoyed it, apart from the end against Croatia.
It's probably not the World Cup final people wanted. We wanted that giant clash between two huge nations, but it is a really exciting one. And I think that the first thing I want to talk about before we dive into France and Croatia and these sides is that it's been the teams, not the superstars, that have kind of come to the fore throughout this World Cup. You know, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, not getting far at all. And France, although they're littered with superstars, they've been a strong team. Has that surprised you that the superstars haven't been able to turn it on?
Not really, but if you look at France, like Didier Deschamps has built this French team to play how he wants to be. They're more clinical than creative. You know, they get 1-0 and they hold on to it, rather than you look at the French squad and you think they could be banging teams 4-5-6-0. And maybe they'll adopt that into the final, but probably not, given that France have used this method to get them to the final. I don't know why they'd switch it up.
Yeah, and they've had a tough run. Let's go into France. Let's talk about this, because I think there are some key players, and of course after this game there's going to be a talk of who should win the player of the tournament.
Yeah.
I think the two obvious ones are going to be, it's going to be Modric or it's going to be Mbappe. They were in the final in 2016, kind of blew it, and they were favourites for that, huge favourites for that.
Yeah.
They're huge favourites for this one. But they haven't totally controlled games. They've been very clinical. What do you think about this French side?
Yeah, I've been relatively impressed by this France team. I think they've grown into the tournament as they went along. Obviously in the first knockout game, conceding 3 to a poor Argentina side, despite scoring 4. I thought, their defensive frailties were there, but they were comfortable against Uruguay, which was a test. Against Belgium, I was impressed by how strong they were defensively. They controlled the midfield as well. Pogba and Kante is a really imposing duo in the middle of the park. So I think that battle between them and obviously Modric and Rakitic, who are fantastic midfielders in their own right, I think that's going to be a really interesting battle going into this game.
And that side of the draw, that's, when you go through the teams that they've played, that's really impressive. I think the squad is, I remember watching the Belgium-France game, and you look through the lineups and you're just like, world-class player after world-class player. And they're all also so young as well. The main stars, Mbappe, obviously. He's dribbled more than any other player in the tournament. 28 successful dribbles along the way, and he really, of all the superstars not delivering, he's one that's really turned up, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the most exciting players to watch at the World Cup, and I'm really looking forward to. As Croatia, Dejan Lovren might be saying that he's one of the world's best centre backs, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do to try and stop Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this very soon, about Lovren and what he said. He's saying, look, I am one of the best in the world. Sam is ready to go.
I really am.
You're going to wait to talk about that.
No, if you look at the French run to the final, beating Argentina, Uruguay and Belgium, it's a fantastic run. But on the other side, Croatia have gone through 3 extra times and they've won all 3 games. Both of them are equally as brilliant in their own right. Yeah. And it's going to be... It's not a final where there's 2 teams who play the exact same style of football going up against each other. You've got a very resilient Croatia team who, despite going 1-0 down in all 3 of their games, have won all 3 of their games. Yeah. They got some serious grit, and we saw that, unfortunately, firsthand. And then France, they've got those world-class players who seem to be just popping up. Varane's got a header here or there. Then Umtiti comes up with one as well. They've got goals from all different locations, and Pogba hasn't even scored yet, and maybe he'll bang one in. They've got a wonderful team, and it should be a good final, just won't be as good as it could have been.
Yeah. So that player of the tournament is going to be, I would imagine it's going to be whoever wins this game. It's going to come from that country, and it's going to probably be Mbappe or it's going to be Modric. Croatia going into their first ever World Cup final. We've spoken about the extra time, and we were saying that was going to be the big reason why England were going to beat them.
Yeah.
But they looked stronger and stronger as the game went on against England. It was incredible. They were so battle hardened.
Yeah.
So now going into the final, they've played 90 minutes more than France on the route to the final.
Yeah,
do we just discount all of that now because they proved us wrong in the last round?
You're right, they did sort of prove us wrong in that sense, but I do think it is going to play into this game, this fatigue, that aspect of it. Yes, they've shown great character, as Sam says, to go 1-0 down in all 3 of these knockout games, come back in extra time and win them all. But as we're saying, they've been tested in that sense. I don't think they've come up against a quality team. Yes, they beat Argentina comfortably in the group stage, but as we've said, that was a poor Argentina side. Yeah. France have beaten quality sides in these knockout stages, and I think it's going to be a step too far for Croatia, as impressive as they've been.
Who are the key men for you for Croatia?
I mean, it's obvious. We saw the magic of Modric, and it was painful to watch because it was England. But from a neutral footballing perspective, it was wonderful. Like he literally just took the game by the scruff of the neck, held the ball, controlled the game, and it turned the game on its head. Can he do that up against the midfield of Matuidi, Kante, and Pogba? Maybe not, because you might see Kante just doing a man marking job on Modric and trying to kill him out of the game. Deschamps will probably be looking at that, but I think with Croatia it seems easier to identify how to stop them. Just stop Modric getting on the ball in space. Yeah. I think you'll limit them, but with France, I don't think you can do that. You stop Kante, Pogba's going to take over. You stop him, just get it up to Mbappe, he'll make magic.
You say that, but Perisic has been involved in 10 goals in the tournament, 6 goals and 4 assists, which is the joint most of anyone. So they do have attacking options. Mandzukic showed his experience and his goal in terms of being there. If you watch that goal, he's switched off. It looks like he's switched off, but in the mind, he was ready to go to get the goal, which got the winner, which got them to the final. Yeah. But let's get to it. Here we go. Lovren. He's claimed that people need to understand that he is one of the best defenders in the world. That's what he's saying. Well, look at his stats though. It tells a slightly different story. Yeah. Is he right? Champions League final, brilliant in that Champions League final. About to play a World Cup final. Is he one of the best in the world, Dad?
I admire the self-confidence. I think, the belief in himself, that's something to be respected. But I think there's only one player who can sort of claim they're world class and come out with such a claim, and that is Luka Modric for me. Dejan Lovren, he's a good defender, but, I assume you're going to disagree with him.
I think he knows he's trolling the world when he's saying that, because surely he can't even believe that himself. I mean, Liverpool, yes, you got to the Champions League final. 0% of that was because of their defence, which was poor. It improved as it went on, but they won that because of Salah, Mane and Firmino. They didn't get anywhere near that because of Lovren. And Croatia have gone behind in every single game. Well done, defence. No, Modric, and Modric, Perisic and Mandzukic have been the reason that Croatia have got to the final. Yeah. You've got to have the self-confidence. You've got to exude that to try and intimidate your opponent. So I understand why he's doing it, but I don't even think he believes it himself.
Really? Okay, fair enough. I think, I like the self-confidence. And I think if you want to be right up there, you need a bit of delusion, don't you? Just to kind of get you over the line, I think. And it sounds like he's certainly got that. His stats don't back it up for me at all. So, but this is going to be the real test, because actually I think throughout the tournament, like you said, Croatia have dominated a lot of games, and that shows in he's only attempted 4 tackles in the entire tournament. That's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see that battle, because obviously we talk a lot about Mbappe, Griezmann as well. They've been fantastic. Giroud still yet to have a shot on target, I believe, in this tournament.
Really?
Sort of a mixed performance against Belgium. He sort of got himself in the right positions. He played that target man role, but couldn't quite. He didn't have the cutting edge, essentially. I think we'll expect to see him start as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on against Lovren, if Lovren can put him in his back pocket, etc. But I think France have just got too many options. They've got too much going forward all over the park. The quality they have, I think, far surpasses Croatia's.
Okay, so give me a score prediction, but tell me how this whole final is going to play out. Go on, Sam, you go first.
I don't know who I want to win this final. On the one hand, you've got Croatia, they've knocked us out, so I want to see France pump them. Yeah. On the other hand, it'll be quite nice to see Croatia win the first ever World Cup, and then we lost to the winners. It makes me feel a little bit better. But I think it all depends on that first 20 minutes. If France can get an early goal, we've seen that they're pretty good at sitting back, relying on their defenders to defend, and for Kante and Pogba to bring the ball out, and then you've got Mbappe. And then as soon as you get 1-0 up, and then Croatia have to come out and you get for Mbappe a little bit of space in behind, he will punish you.
Yeah.
So I think France will be gunning for that early goal, and if they can get that, I think Croatia will struggle to come from behind. If they don't, and maybe Croatia nick a goal, I don't know. I'm going to probably go extra time again.
Think again?
I think again,
Wow.
but at this point, it's going to be one extra time too far for Croatia. Sorry, I think France will win.
Okay. Adam?
I think France, as you mentioned, they played 90 minutes less than Croatia. They've had an extra day's rest. I think they're going to come out the blocks quickly. They're going to look for that opening goal. Croatia come on, and look, this France team, they're a complete team. Pogba spraying those balls behind the defence, as you say. I think we could be looking at a 2-3-0, as Sam says, step too far for Croatia.
Okay. I think it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it went to extra time because actually, as good as this France side has been, they've been clinical. They haven't totally dominated games. Belgium, they played with this low block because they want to have counter attack.
Yeah.
Uruguay, they were good. They were comfortable. To be fair, Argentina had their moments against them.
I
I think they'll win. I can see it being like 2-0. To be fair, because I think you're right. I think they'll get that first one, and they're so solid at the back. I don't think they've got the credit that they deserve from that. The back four have been superb. Pavard and Hernandez, their first tournament. Well, I think it's first tournament probably for all of them in terms of the World Cup. They've all been fantastic.
Probably golden tournament for Pavard as well. Remember that one?
Very true.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Whatever you're doing this weekend, apparently the weather's going to be great. If you're watching it with mates, having a barbecue, or just on your own, go to Carl, get yourself a 3 for 2 on the summer sharers. All the information is in the description. Let us know your thoughts on this World Cup final. Who's going to win it, Croatia or France? Like this video, subscribe to Ball Street, and we'll see you soon.